Okay, we're going to go through your deck, okay, and give you an idea of what the cards are about. Destroy Evil, Disenchant, and Abrade are all removal cards. Destroy Evil destroys target with creature toughness 4 or greater, or you can destroy an enchantment. Disenchant destroys target artifact or enchantment. Okay, so if they've got some of those cards on the side there, that's an artifact or enchantment, they can do that. Abrade does 3 damage to target creature or destroys a target artifact. These are all like removal cards. Okay, this is also a removal card, Void Rend. Okay, and it costs 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, and this spell can't be countered, and it destroys any card on the battlefield, whether it's an enchantment, an artifact, or a creature. It's a very, very good card. Okay, and then one more removal card is Depopulate. This is your insurance. If somebody's got a shitload of creatures and you're in trouble, play this card. It will destroy all the creatures on the battlefield, including your own, so you start again. But it's the deck is very powerful. So to start again, you do have an advantage, but you only want to play it when you really have to. Okay, let's go through the creatures. They're all human, they're all legendary. You can only have one out at a time. Haja, right? If you sacrifice this card, all the other creatures that you've got on the battlefield are indestructible. Now, it's no good sacrificing him if you've got no creatures on the battlefield, but he's a good blocker and he should come out nice and early. Katilda, this card is probably one of the most valuable cards in the deck, even though it's only 1/1. It's cheap, and what it does, it turns all your other creatures into land cards if you need to, into mana if you want. Okay, so it's so useful, and your opponent will, if it can, try and get rid of it as soon as possible, because it is an important card. Adeline Resplendent Cathar is cheap, but the most important thing about this, it's got vigilance. So if it attacks, it doesn't tap and it's able to block next go, and each time it attacks it creates a 1/1 creature, and your opponent will more than often let Adeline do the damage and block the 1/1 creature and destroy it. Okay, we expect that. Shanna, Purifying Blade. Now this creature is wonderful. Now when he comes into play, if he does 3 damage or even more, which he can do if he's beefed up, you can draw that amount of cards. So if he does 3 damage to your opponent that go, if you've got 1 or 2 free lands untapped, you can draw another 3 cards. It gives you an incredible advantage. It really is clever. Ertai Resurrected. Now this card, okay, destroys a planeswalker or any other creature. Doesn't matter how tough the creature is when it comes in. Okay, and this is one card that you might get it in another go. In the next go, you might draw it again. You might need it again. You just replace it. You replace the card. It's a powerful card. Okay, Helena and Elena. This is really clever. Alright, it has first strike. This is imperative. So it lives when somebody attacks and you block, because it has first strike, and it also has reach. It can block flying creatures. Okay, and every time it's your go, this can put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. This is the main card in the deck, Jodah the Unifier. Okay, when he comes into play, okay, he toughens up all the creatures. They become much more powerful. And every time after you bring a creature in, okay, you get a chance to draw another card and bring that in. But be careful you don't bring two off, because otherwise you'll end up binning one of your creatures. You've got a good mix of land cards that work with this deck. Okay, and how you play the land cards is very, very important. And in the next video we'll give you an example of a game and how to play the land cards.